Wike issues strong warning, declares FCT no-go area for Tinubu's rival. You people cannot threaten anybody not to campaign. All this on no-go area. Which one is no-go area? Campaign your own or campaign my own. Let the best person. Which one is no-go area? You will be threatening people, scaring people not to campaign. That thing is not possible. What's that? According to a report by Daily Trust, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, has said defeating President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Abuja during the 2027 general election will be a difficult task for any opposition candidate. Wike made the remark while speaking with journalists after inspecting ongoing infrastructure projects in satellite towns within the FCT. He attributed his confidence to what he described as widespread transformation taking place beyond the Abuja city centre. According to him, there has been a deliberate shift from city-focused development to inclusive expansion across previously neglected communities, improving access, mobility, and economic opportunities for residents. It is very difficult for anybody to win an election in the FCT against Mr. President, Wike said. The minister expressed optimism that the impact of this project will translate into electoral support for the current administration. His comments contrast with the 2023 presidential election results in the FCT, where Peter Obi defeated both Tinubu and Atiku Abubakar by a wide margin. A development widely seen as reflecting urban voters' sentiment at the time. However, Wike argued that political dynamics are changing. How is it changing? What's making it change? Driven by visible improvements only in Abuja. Only in Abuja. The Abuja. In infrastructure and governance delivery. He said the administration has deliberately extended development to satellite towns such as Karo, Akpokashi, and Bwari Kuba axis. What exactly are you doing? Road. Road people won't chop. Electricity, is it fixed? The healthcare system, is it fixed? Education. All of those unemployment. Have you fixed all of those? You are doing road. You are telling us that you deliberately extended development to satellite. What are you developing? Road. I beg. He added that improved road networks and connectivity have reduced travel time, and so because of that, they should vote for you. For residents commuting from areas like Kuje to the city center, describing it as evidence of progress. Kai, an inclusive God. Look at what these people are hyping, as if they've done something that nobody has done before. It is well. Clement says, Wike the bulldozer have spoken. Abina. Jeffobi says, brother, it cannot happen. The corrupt elites have made the situation endemic by entrenching it into ethnicity, tribalism, and religion, thereby beclouding the Nigerian masses with idiocy and crave to buy for politicians or buy to save them. Their cronies and families. Does it not surprise you that Nigerians in one outside country cooperate and coexist as one? But once in Nigeria, dichotomy and hatred sets in amongst them. Tinubu Basi says, keep rigging aside, APC will not get up to 20% votes in Abuja. I don't mind him, because you are doing road now, they should vote for you. What else have you done apart from that? Is it only Abuja that we have in Nigeria? Or is it only Abuja votes that will determine that he will be the president of Nigeria? That man is not okay. Oloho Kevin says, you can't force all citizens to vote for only Tinubu. Please, or for Tinubu to be the only presidential candidate in Abuja to be voted for come 2027. Let's talk reasonably, please. You can't tell people that, don't come and campaign. Campaign your own. Let me campaign my own. Let me vote for what I want to vote for. You can't force people to vote for Tinubu. You will not go and hold their hand and thumb praise for them. It's not possible. Jeffobi says political one leg in a defeated political party and another leg in another party that doubtedly clinched victory in parties' harlotry. That's only allowed in Nigeria. Everything has an end. Ibrahim Ahmed says, stop dreaming, wicked. Where do you keep freedom of speech and movement? Wake up. The sun is up, dreamer. Simon also says, who knows you? Rise from that young naval officer brought you down. You still get liver to challenge anybody in the city. Okay, let's see now. Let's see. Isa Abdul says, who did Wike think he is? Is the FCT is a mini Nigeria, unlike River State, the FCT cannot be captured. Ibrahim says even schools are not different. Teachers and lecturers in our institutions are involved in marks buying or sex for marks, and just as sales of conscience during election is to a normal thing, and people manipulate figures and call them as election results. The electoral body uses such results to declare cheats, dupes, and murderers as winners of elective positions. Our leaders only think of how they can win election, not how Nigeria could be a real country of human beings. God help us. God really help us. You see, the 31 governors yesterday, they were in a meeting. They were not discussing anything meaningful. 31 governors came together and they are singing on your mandate we shall stand. Very shameless set of people. It is all. Bold idea says this guy's strategy should be studied in school. He is a plain butler and a head of Pepper Dem gang. Emmanuel says, Wike, you have succeeded in LG poll by vote buying. But wait for us in presidential election, there would be no vote buying then, and people will vote their choice. Ekanem says, Wike talk like ordinary human being. Don't talk as if you are God. You don't know tomorrow. Henry May says, Wike, you don't know if you are going to be alive to take your turn because it's turn by turn now. He says, under free and fair elections, may the power of ultimately death disappoint whoever that is planning to rig election, or untimely death disappoint whoever that is planning to rig election against the interest of the masses in Nigeria. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. I say amen to that prayer. Yes, 737 says, of course now, your idiocy is crying to high heavens. I hope you will still be there for your perfidy. Remember Abacha and the 5 leprous fingers. Nothing is certain except the watchers of the universe. Yes, S377 says, this man is so power drunk. And as today, now they know. Anam says, thank you, Mr. Wike, for giving accolades to Mr. President. 2027 election would justify your claim. Godiniyama says, I have not seen a foolish man who called himself a lawyer like you. In a democratic environment like the FCT, Abuja, you must be joking. He's a joker. Okay, Emmanuel says, it's a big lie. Tinubu himself knows that 2027 presidential general election that is going to lose. Mr. Wike, enough of your eye service. No be small. Favor Machiko says, no one can be imposed on Abuja. Abuja residents are matured and wise enough to know who they want as their president. Wike, Abuja isn't for grabbing. It is not your whiskey bottle. Favor Machiko says, cowards, Federal Capital of Nigeria has become Wike and APC personal properties. Shameless desperados. Somebody says, when he said to win election against Mr. President in the city, I just want to ask, is it by vote or by manipulation? It is by rigging now. What else? Alfredina said, Wike, your psychophancy is getting out of hand, though. I'm telling you. But the Migo said, I think he's a stupid man to say that he or Tinubu is the owner of FCT. This man shouldn't cause violent protests in Nigeria. Sanusi says, toothless backing. Don't mind him, dog. David says, pray for God. Whether you enter or sit 2027 with this your wickedness, Abiyo. Subi the Wike, always talking nonsense. Don't mind him. Love says, thunder fire you there. But if you say, are we still in democracy or we are not? And that's true. Now listen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.